Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Okay, so today we're jumping into Rebecca Yarros's Ironflame, and
Oh, excellent choice.
we've got some excerpts, and basically we're going to try to unlock some of the secrets of this world.
Definitely.
So we're talking complex relationships, hidden truths.
And battles. Lots of battles.
Oh yeah, some seriously high-stakes battles.
Yeah, it doesn't just throw you into a world of, dragons and magic.
Right.
It immediately plunges you into,
The deep end.
kind of like a human drama first, right?
Yeah.
You've got Violet, who is our main character.
Our protagonist.
Yeah. And she discovers that Brennan, like her childhood friend, who she thought was dead,
Well, yeah.
is actually alive.
Talk about a shock, right?
Yeah, huge shock.
But it's not just the shock.
No.
It's the emotional whiplash.
Oh,
All
totally.
that relief and anger and confusion.
Yeah, all those years of grieving, moving on,
Right.
and then bam, he's back.
I'm just curious, what do you think is the most impactful part?
Of the reunion.
Yeah, for Violet.
It's the betrayal.
Oh, for sure.
It's that punch to the gut when you realize someone you trusted,
yeah.
someone who was so important to you, just chose to, erase himself from your life.
Yeah, completely.
And then his explanation,
It was the only way.
right. That just makes it worse.
It adds to the mystery.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It just sets the stage for, I don't know, just a ton of tension.
Oh, yeah, where trust or the lack of it
Yeah.
becomes this major thing.
Absolutely.
And then you add to that the fact that they live in a world where dragons are real.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not just like mythical creatures, they're partners,
Yeah.
bonded for life to their riders.
Yeah, it's a whole other level.
Yeah, we see that right away with Violet and her dragon Tarn.
Yeah, Tarn, fierce protector.
Yeah, to the point of being possessive almost.
Right.
This bond, it's extraordinary, but it hints at maybe some conflict down the line. Questions about control,
Yeah.
for both the rider and the dragon.
Imagine having this creature.
Yeah, this ancient, powerful creature as like an extension of yourself.
Right.
Feeling their emotions as intensely as your own.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate test
Oh, for sure.
of trust and understanding.
Yeah, totally.
And then on top of that, there's Andarna,
Right.
Violet's second dragon.
The wild card.
This one is younger,
Yeah.
powerful.
Oh, yeah. And she can manipulate time, which is crazy.
But there's a mystery
Right?
about her ability to actually bond with a rider.
Makes you wonder, what does it take for a dragon to be able to bear a rider?
Right. What are the criteria?
And for Violet to have two, that's just wow.
Yeah. Talk about a chosen one.
Right.
Okay. So we've got this Brennan situation, the dragon bond.
Oh, and then
Playing on war games.
Yarros just throws us right in.
Yeah. And they're pivotal.
Yeah, it's not just a friendly competition.
Oh, no.
It's brutal. A test of skill and survival.
Yeah. We see the venom there.
Right, the new enemy.
And it's not just some abstract threat. We see fellow riders, Liam and Soleil.
Brutally killed.
Yeah, and Violet and Xaden are left dealing with, well,
Survivor's guilt.
yeah, and just the realities of war.
Their deaths are a turning point.
Oh, for sure.
It's not just the danger. It forces Violet and Xaden to confront their own vulnerabilities.
Right.
And, kind of the strength they find in each other.
So speaking of Xaden,
Mm-hmm.
he's quite the character.
He is.
I mean, wing leader, skilled warrior, authority, and Violet's love interest.
Right, and what's really interesting about them
Yeah.
is this push and pull they have.
Yeah, there's definitely a spark.
Yeah, but he's so secretive.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, he doesn't want to share information.
Makes you wonder, what's he hiding?
Right.
And how is that going to blow up later?
And it's not just their relationship.
Right.
This whole idea of secrets, hidden truths, it goes way beyond.
Yeah, and then you add in the signets. Oh, yeah, the magical abilities.
Each rider has their own.
Wow, so unique.
Remember Dane?
Oh, yeah, Violet's former friend.
So his signet lets him steal memories.
Oh, man, talk about a betrayal.
And he used it on Violet.
Which changes everything.
It does. It explains so much.
For trust issues.
Yeah, the gaps in her memories.
Makes you suspicious of him, right?
Oh, yeah. Could he be involved in other riders' deaths?
Possibly.
It just highlights how dangerous these powers are.
Yeah, even something that seems harmless can be weaponized.
And that just fuels Violet's quest for truth.
Oh, yeah.
She goes into the archives.
Desperate for answers.
About the Venin, about the wards protecting Navarre.
But even there,
Yeah.
Trust becomes an issue.
Yeah, her relationship with the scribes.
Yeah, not great.
All the risks she takes to get to this forbidden knowledge.
It just shows her distrust of authority.
Yeah.
And she wants to find her own path.
She's not afraid to break the rules.
No, she's not.
Which, I don't know, it's kind of admirable. Yeah, but also a little concerning.
Yeah, she's desperate.
She has to understand what's going on.
And she thinks she can't rely on anyone to give her the truth.
And then that's when she confides in Rhiannon.
Oh, yeah, a little act of trust.
Right.
Reveals a crucial secret.
It's a shift.
Yeah.
She realizes she can't do this alone.
And that realization comes right when the Venom are about to attack.
Things are about to explode.
Yeah, it takes a dramatic turn.
Oh, yeah. Desperate battle for survival.
And we see Violet's power.
Oh, her lightning is so amazing.
It's fueled by that connection with Taryn.
But even that might not be enough to stop them.
This is where the stakes get real.
Oh, yeah.
We see Thomas die.
Another writer lost.
It shows that this war has consequences.
Real consequences.
Yeah, lives are on the line.
Absolutely. It's a crucible.
Yeah.
Forging new alliances, testing the old ones.
And that's where we meet the Griffin Flyers.
Right. Whole other faction.
They've got their own reasons.
Yeah.
For fighting the Venom?
It opens up this whole new world.
It does.
Different history, traditions.
And to make things even more interesting,
Yeah.
Xaden
Our secretive wing leader.
is actually the heir to Erisha,
No way!
a hidden kingdom.
That's amazing.
They want their independence.
This explains so much about him.
It does. It explains why he's so guarded.
Yeah, the weight of responsibility.
Right.
And the stakes are even higher now.
Yeah, it's not just Navarre. It's all people.
It's about freedom
The secret war.
alongside the one we already know.
Yeah, a war for identity.
And in all of this, Violet's power,
Oh, yeah.
connected to something bigger,
It seems that way.
the Tirish runes
Right, these ancient sources of power.
that Navarre's forgotten,
They suggest that there's more to Violet's abilities.
than just her signet.
It's like she's tapping
That's
into,
wellspring,
yeah, of magic.
both alluring and terrifying.
Yeah, and then there's the conduit.
Right, meant to help her control her powers.
But even that feels a little off.
Yeah, what's the price of control?
It's like playing with fire.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't know if she can control it.
It's just intense.
It is.
I'm hooked.
Me too. This is good.
The tension is building.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a wild ride.
Buckle up.
Seriously.
You know, it's amazing how Yarros uses all these fantasy elements,
Yeah.
like dragons and runes and signets, to really explore these very human struggles.
Oh, yeah.
Like, take trust.
Right.
It's everywhere in Violet's story.
Yeah, it really is. It's in her relationship with Viden, the betrayal with Dane,
Right.
even her interactions with the scribes in the assembly.
Yeah.
It makes you think, how do all these different experiences like shape her understanding of trust?
That's a good question.
And what does it tell us?
About ourselves, even.
Yeah, about how trust is earned.
Or broken.
Rebuilt, yeah.
Dane's betrayal. I mean,
Uh-huh.
that's got to be so profound.
Imagine having your memory stolen. Those core experiences that shape who you are,
Yeah.
it's just a violation.
It gets deep.
Yeah, it leaves her with this uncertainty
Right.
about what's real.
And what's been manipulated.
She's always questioning herself,
All
right?
right, totally.
Like, can she even trust her own memories?
Right, and how can she trust anyone else?
Yeah, especially when they're keeping secrets from her.
Exactly. And then you've got Xaden,
Oh, like, man, yeah.
always evading, always controlling information.
It just makes her trust issues worse.
Of course.
It's this constant push and pull.
Right.
She wants transparency. He wants to hide.
Yeah, he's afraid to reveal himself.
It's not just romantic trust either.
No, it's bigger than that.
It's about trusting authority,
Trusting the system.
the systems that are supposed to protect you.
Yeah,
But we see that the scribes, the assembly,
right.
they hold knowledge and power.
But they're so secretive.
And manipulative.
Violet's journey through the archives.
Yeah.
Her looking for forbidden knowledge.
Right.
It shows how disillusioned she is
Yeah.
with the people in charge.
She's learning that you have to question things.
You can't just accept what you're told.
You have to find your own truth.
Sometimes.
And it's interesting how this self-reliance
Right.
ties into her power.
Yeah, her lightning.
It's this raw force.
Untamed.
Yeah, like her struggle.
She's wrestling with it.
We see her pushing herself during training.
Yeah, and the pain.
The risk.
It's a volatile force.
And then there's the conduit.
Oh, yeah.
This device to help her control it.
But it's still uneasy, right?
Oh, yeah. Like, what's the cost?
What happens when you start to rely on something external?
To control something so personal.
Exactly. It makes you think about power itself.
Yeah.
Is it something to be feared,
Or can it be harnessed?
shaped, used for good?
Violet's trying to figure that out.
As the conflict with the Venom escalates,
Oh, yeah, and it's threatened everything.
the battle scenes,
Oh, they're so vivid.
they pull you right
To
in.
the chaos and the brutality.
But even then,
Yeah.
you never lose that human element.
There are moments of courage, compassion.
Even humor.
It's the resilience of the human spirit, right?
Yeah.
Remember that part where Radak jokes about owing Violet 2 lives?
Oh, I loved that part.
It's small, but it speaks volumes.
About their bond.
Yeah, how humor helps you cope.
When things are so bad.
And it's not just individual heroism.
No.
It's the power of connection.
Finding strength in each other.
Like Violet and Taryn.
Yeah. Such fierce loyalty.
Yeah, testament to friendship.
Absolutely.
And it's not just Taryn,
Yeah.
Rhiannon, Imogen.
Right.
Even some of the other writers come around.
It's the sense of community.
Yeah, like they're all in it together.
Facing these challenges as one.
And as the story goes on, those bonds are tested.
Oh, yeah. Over and over.
But there's still hope.
Yeah.
This belief that even in the darkest times...
Love can prevail.
But let's be real. There are cracks in this united front.
Oh, yeah.
The Griffin Flyers change things.
They really do.
It's not just adding another faction.
No.
It forces the Dragon Riders to look at themselves.
Their prejudices.
Their history of mistrust.
Yeah, with these people.
And then that Xaden is the heir to Orisha,
Talk about a twist.
a kingdom connected to the Griffin Flyers.
Wow.
It explains his secrecy,
His guarded nature.
the responsibility he carries.
The stakes are so much higher now.
It's not just about Navarre.
It's about a whole people's freedom.
These two wars intertwined,
Yeah.
alliances and betrayals.
You never know who to trust.
And then
Yeah.
Xaden's deal with the Assembly,
Oh, that was rough.
involving Violet without her consent.
Not okay.
It shows those power imbalances,
The manipulation.
makes you think about loyalty,
Sacrifice.
price of freedom.
It challenges Violet's trust in Xaden.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Adds more tension to their relationship.
Speaking of complicated relationships,
Yeah.
Violet's confrontation with Takaris.
That was intense.
She demands the luminary.
Refuses to be a pawn.
She's stepping into her power.
So much courage.
But she's taking risks,
Yeah.
walking a fine line.
Between defiance and recklessness.
It's a reminder that power dynamics are always at play.
Yeah, no matter what world you're in.
And those in power will use it.
That's true.
And Violet's internal conflict,
Yeah.
trying to control her powers.
Right, but realizing that true power comes from understanding.
And compassion.
It's not just about control.
Right.
It's about understanding the source.
The potential
The Tirish runes suggest a deeper connection,
to something ancient and powerful.
a deeper purpose.
A destiny unfolding.
Okay, so we've got these relationships, the Venom, the mystery of Violet's power.
And then we
Yeah.
find out that the wards
The wards protecting
are
Navarre,
flawed
Oh,
on
good.
purpose.
they were designed to weaken.
It's a total game changer.
And it was Warwick.
The guy they're supposed to be honoring,
Talk about a twist.
it makes you question everything.
About Avar, about their
And
history.
it sets up this huge conflict.
The Venom are kept drawn to the weakening wards.
It's like a nightmare.
The stakes are so high.
Violet has to make impossible choices.
Her confrontation with her mother, in the Vale.
Heartbreaking.
You face the person who betrayed your entire kingdom.
And the fate of everyone you love is on your shoulders.
It's a test of her character.
And the weight of that choice, the sacrifice,
Yeah, the possibility of giving her life to save everyone else.
just devastating.
It shows her growth, though.
Yeah.
She's become a leader.
Willing to make the ultimate sacrifice.
Her understanding of power has changed.
Yeah, it's not about personal gain.
It's about responsibility.
Compassion.
Putting others before yourself.
And how she uses Tarn and Andarna
Right.
to fuel the Wardstone.
Amazing.
Shows how much she cares.
Yeah, but it's also tragic.
Losing Andarna.
The price of victory.
Yeah, war has a cost.
Always.
And then the fallout with Xaden.
Oh, yeah.
All his manipulation and secrecy.
She finally confronts him.
Yeah, it's raw.
So much hurt.
She's holding him accountable.
It's about time.
She deserves honesty.
Rispil.
It's a moment of growth.
For both of them.
Xaden has to face the consequences.
Yeah.
And Violet won't be silenced.
Or controlled.
Healthy relationships need communication.
And respect.
Even in the middle of all this,
What?
we see some heroes emerge. Brennan and Mira.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
They defy their mother
They risk everything.
to protect Violet.
They really changed
They
it.
face their demons.
And became better people.
It shows that even the privileged,
And evolve. When things get tough,
they choose Violet over family
it's about love.
and loyalty.
Family isn't just blood.
It's the people who are there for you.
Oh,
The final battle.
Wyvern.
Wyvern descending on Bastia.
The scale of it.
That's like a movie.
Dragons and griffins.
Soaring through the sky.
The power.
The fury.
The descriptions.
You can feel the dragon fire.
But there are still those smaller moments.
Yeah.
The individual acts of courage.
The self-sacrifice.
Even some humor in the carnage.
Ridoc again.
Yeah.
Owing Violet 2 lives.
It's that release of tension.
Yeah.
A reminder that even in dark times,
There's still laughter.
connection.
And then we lose Jack.
Oh, no.
A reminder that victory comes at a cost.
Even in a fantasy world.
Yeah. Actions have consequences.
But there's still hope.
Yeah.
The dragon riders and the griffin flyers
Gateway side.
putting aside their differences.
To face a common enemy.
It's powerful.
And the assembly, they finally see the truth.
They're going to work with the rebellion.
Even rigid systems can change.
People can come together.
To build a better future.
Okay, so
We're back.
yeah, and things are, well,
Intense.
it's one word for it.
It's like the whole world of Ironflame is,
Imploding.
yeah, kind of.
Both from the outside and the inside.
Those wards meant to protect Navarre,
Right.
intentionally designed to weaken,
It's
a betrayal.
yeah, and on such a huge scale
It makes you question everything.
about who you can trust, who's really in charge.
And to think, it was Warwick.
Right. The guy they were supposed to honor,
Like he planted a time bomb,
and now it's ticking away with the venom.
drawn to that fading magic.
They're terrifying.
They really are.
They represent everything that threatens Navarre,
Yeah, feeding on magic.
corrupting everything.
And they're drawn to the wardstone.
The source of Navarre's protection.
It's a nightmare.
It really is.
Crumbling defenses.
And this external threat,
Violet has to make a choice.
an impossible one.
That confrontation with her mother in the veil.
So heartbreaking.
Imagine facing the person who betrayed your kingdom.
And knowing that everyone you love depends on you.
It's the ultimate test.
It really is.
And the weight of that choice.
This sacrifice
Giving up her own life.
to save everyone else.
How do you even process that?
It shows how much she's grown.
She has.
From this naive young woman
Yeah,
to
elitist.
someone willing to sacrifice everything.
Her understanding of power has shifted.
It's not about personal gain anymore.
It's about responsibility.
Compassion.
Putting others first.
And the way she uses Taryn and Andarna.
To fuel the wardstone.
It's beautiful.
It's terrifying.
It shows how deeply she cares.
But it's also tragic.
Losing Andarna.
The price of victory is high.
Yeah.
War always has a cost.
And then there's Zayden.
Oh, yeah, the fallout from all his secrets.
The manipulation.
She finally confronts him.
Yeah.
And it's raw. It's honest.
It's about time.
She's angry. She's hurt.
She deserves to be.
She needs him to acknowledge the pain he caused.
Right. Honesty, respect.
That's what a relationship needs.
Even in the middle of all this chaos.
It's a moment of growth.
For both of them.
He has to face what he's done.
And she's standing up for herself.
Refusing to be silenced.
Yeah, that's so important.
And then, of all things, Brennan and Mira.
The spoiled siblings.
Yeah, but they step up.
No way.
Defy their mother.
They risk everything.
To protect their sister.
They really transform.
They faced their own demons.
Came out stronger, more compassionate.
It shows that anyone can grow.
Yeah.
Even the privileged.
When they have to face difficult things.
And they chose Violet over family.
That's powerful.
It says a lot about love and loyalty.
Yeah.
And the final battle.
Wow.
The wyvern descending on Bastia.
The scale of it.
It's like a movie.
Dragons, griffins everywhere.
The descriptions, you can feel the heat of the dragon fire.
But there are still those smaller moments,
Yeah.
individual acts of courage.
The self-sacrifice.
Yeah.
Humor.
Yeah, even amidst the carnage.
Like when Redoc jokes about owing Violet 2 lives.
Right. A reminder that even in the darkest times,
Yeah.
there's still room for laughter, for connection.
Yeah.
And then Jack,
Oh, no.
a reminder that even in victory,
Yeah.
there are casualties.
It's the human cost of war.
A cost that can never be fully repaid.
And that even in a fantasy world,
Actions have consequences?
yeah, they can be devastating.
But even with this loss,
There's hope. The dragon riders and griffin flyers,
fighting together
putting aside their differences,
for a common enemy.
and the assembly,
Right.
they acknowledge the truth.
And they agree to help.
Even the most rigid systems can change.
It's a good message.
People can come together.
To build something better.
This deep dive has been quite a journey.
It has.
Hidden truths, complex relationships.
Epic battles.
What stands out to you the most?
I think how Yarros uses fantasy to explore real things.
Oh, yeah.
Trust, Betrayal,
The
sacrifice.
struggle for power.
It's so relatable, thought-provoking.
He stays with you.
It really does.
And as we close this out,
Yeah?
I'm left with this question.
What's that?
If even in this world, with dragons and magic,
Right.
power can be corrupted,
What does that tell us about our own world?
it makes you think, right?
Definitely.
What are we willing to sacrifice to protect what matters?
And how do we make sure power is used for good?
It's not just about personal gain,
Right.
these questions.
They go beyond the book
They make us think about our choices.
and the impact we have on the world.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time.